I know you and your colleague are working on a blue book regarding the development of SCO over the past decade. From history, how do you see its role so far? And what are you going to write in the blue book?
The Shanghai Cooperation Organization is a very young, but it's an energetic organization. In the past 70 years since its establishment, the SCO has made great progress in economic security and humanitarian cooperation. In sphere of security cooperation, I can give you a data. The RATS, that is namely the Regional Anti-Terrorism Structure, has destroyed more than 500 terrorist camps, have arrested more than 2,000 terrorists, and has prevented hundreds of attempted terrorist attacks. And in the sphere of economic cooperation, although the multilateral economic cooperation a little bit lag behind the security cooperation, but we can see there's a very obvious increase in the trade volume between the member states. There are more free flow of goods, technology, human, and flow among the member states.
But the question is, how fast will the economic and trade cooperation catch up with the security cooperation, which was originally in the goals of the SCO from the very beginning? What do you think, Ms. Zhao?
I think currently it's a little bit lag behind the security cooperation, but I think the economic cooperation is the focus of the SCO in the next few years. And with the inclusion of India and Pakistan, I think their inclusion will inject new impetus to the multilateral economic cooperation. Besides, after China come up with the Belt and Road Initiative, and I think the SCO can serve as a very important platform for the OBOR cooperation.
Within the SCO, there are 3 emerging economies, particularly China and Russia, as India just joined. So over the years, when you're looking at 17 years of history of SCO, what have you found out in your blue book about China and Russia's role and their interactions within the organization?
China and Russia, their strategic cooperation, their coordination are so important that I say if there's no strategic cooperation between China and Russia, there will be no SCO at all, because the SCO itself is a result of the strategic coordination between China and Russia. Let me give you an example. The predecessor of the SCO, the Shanghai 5 mechanism, is originated from the border talks between China as one side and Russia and other 3 Central Asian countries on the other side. And in the process of the SCO development, China and Russia has naturally become the engine of the SCO. They come up with a lot of initiatives, and I have to say that although China and Russia, their national interests are not always come in line with each other, but there are so many overlapping interests between the 2 countries within the region.
What are the biggest ones, you think?
I think it's to keep the peace and stability in Central Asia. That is the biggest one. And China and Russia can always find a way to coordinate their own interests to find a common ground. For example, in 2015, when Chinese President Xi Jinping visited Moscow, and he and Russian President Vladimir Putin has come up with a joint statement to link China-initiated Silk Road economic belt with Russia-led Eurasian Economic Union. I think that's very important. That's a very good example.
If you look at history, the cooperation between BRI and the EU is taking place on the platform of SCO. But the question is, will that be the most important platform?
Since the SCO is a very open organization, it's not the only platform for the link of BRI and the EU. It also can serve as the platform for the other member states to come up with their own plans and their initiatives as well, like India and Pakistan.
Over the past 17 years, what has been China's role within the SCO?
The SCO is the first international organization ever named after a Chinese city. And the establishment and development of the SCO has also simplified China's role in the international system. It's transforming from the participant, a recipient, to the contributor, to the builder of the international system. I think China has not only provided the SCO with some new cooperation concepts like the Shanghai Spirit. China has also come up with many concrete initiatives, projects like the Shanghai Development Bank, like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, FTA. And China has also shouldered a lot of responsibilities and provide some public goods to the SCO as well, like we provide a lot of scholarships for the students, something like that.
Look at the 17-year history of SCO, even though it's still short compared to some of the other international platforms. But you look at what has been the gains and experiences of SCO, probably could help us understand the prospect. What do you think is the biggest takeaway?
Yeah, you are right that the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is a very young organization, but I believe it will have a very bright future. It will emerge as one of the polars in the future multipolar world, and it will have a special role in the future global governance. Why I say that? Because of the SCO, it has its unique concept, which is the Shanghai Spirit. When I was doing my job, I met with a lot of politicians, scholars, and other students from the other SCO member states. They told me that what impressed them most is within the framework of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, all countries, no matter they are big or small, every country has the equal say. I think that's the charm of the SCO. That's why I believe it will make bigger progress in the future.